Hi guys, welcome to Crypto Bin 101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment. And as you can see, the market is dropping today and it's really kind of worrying. But it's not a surprise, but because if you've been watching the show, I told you guys sell Bitcoin yesterday, sell Ethereum and all of those altcoins. Even with some meme coins, I told you you should let them go because um, we saw some signals and we normally discuss that on the show. All right, welcome to the channel again. It's Crypto Bin 101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment. And this is the Bitcoin and breakfast show, and this is where we trade it and we do not gamble it. I'm Ahmed Magic Kazim, aka KC the Great, and today being the 10th of October 2025, and it's bright and kind of reddish Friday if you look at the chart. But like I told you guys, the chart is what will tell us what to do. But we're going to take a look at some news as well to see what is really going on and to see what we need to do with our portfolio. But please, if you've not subscribed to the channel, you might want to do that right now. It's Crypto Bin 101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment. Please subscribe, like and share, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you always get the juicy content that we have for you. Bitcoin price today falls to 121,000 US dollars amid profit taking from the record high. And also, will market fall further when 5.3 Bitcoin options expire today? But let's really go quick into the chart and see what that has to tell us. If you look at the chart, you're gonna see we've created a nice structure, and this shows we might see the market pulling down. Like I told you yesterday, maybe we're going to test 118,000, 117 thereabout, or we're still going to dip more, or probably this is the beginning of the bear market. We just need to be real to each other. 15,000 to 124,000, it's a great profit. But like Atohe says yesterday, this might be a super cycle and the 4-year cycle will be abolished. That means it will no longer work for Bitcoin cycle again. But I think that will be difficult because the sentiment is already there that this asset is every 4 years, and that's what some people are looking for. That was the reason some people put their money that, okay, I'm going to invest now, at the end of the 4 years I'll take my money out so I can do something else. So I don't know if that is going to work this bull cycle, or we're going to have a super cycle. But with what the chart is showing us right now, we need to get away from Bitcoin. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a sell, and now we have a kick out 3 days ago. Yesterday I told you get out of the market. Even I told you if you pull back, don't worry, it's still going to fall. And today you can see on a daily time frame, the market is not showing any nice movement to pull up. Rather, it's giving us a signal of a structure that can pull the market down to around 117,000 thereabout. So Bitcoin is still a sell on the lower hour for spot trading and investors. But if you want to go in and out with leverage and all of that on the 1 hour, 4 hour time frame, you might want to check my Telegram channel. The links are down in the description. Then with that, you can go in and out, because it's just for a short period. But if you're an investor and you're a spot trader, Bitcoin is still a sell right now. You might want to stay away from that. But remember, this is not financial advice. It's just for educational purpose and entertainment. Make sure you do your own research. All right, that's that. Let's move on to another good news, and this one is 69 of institutional investors plan to boost Bitcoin and crypto investment, says State Street. And if that should happen, you know, we all know this thing has gone Main Street already. We do not need to kind of, you know, sugarcoat it. We know Bitcoin has gone Main Street from, you know, IBIT ETF to Grayscale ETF and so on and so forth. It shows that the market has now caught the attention of the big banks and the big investors, and that's why we saw the ETF, because they don't want to be exposed to it directly. Rather, they're doing it through, you know, ETF, and that is great. But let's take a look at ETH. Ethereum loses ground. Further dips could expose price to support zone. ETH is been having some, you know, up and down, not really strong. You can see when BTC moved to all-time high, ETH failed to do that. You can see it right here. When BTC moved to all-time high, ETH failed to move back to all-time high and start falling again. So that is giving me a little bit concern, because it's now printing a proper lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Maybe we're going to see another lower low below 4,000 this time around. Maybe we're going to get to 3,300, but you know, times will tell us. But right now, ETH also, it's still a sell. You need to get away from ETH. It's still sell on a daily time frame for investors and spot traders. I don't think we need to stay in the market right now. ETH is still a sell. Now, another altcoin that's caught my eye is Litecoin. Litecoin climbs 10% in a green day. That is really, really good. Even yesterday I told you about Litecoin, that Litecoin is still a buy. You can see yesterday I still left it at green. I told you Litecoin is still a buy because the movement didn't break a structure, the movement didn't break any kicker, so I knew we're still going to have a buy. You can see Litecoin is now moving deep. So now we need to adjust our stop loss to $115 now for Litecoin, or if by the end of today this green candle finish, we can shift it to 125. But for now, we can leave Litecoin at 115 to get out of the market. But Litecoin is still about, but we're going to see if it's going to break this recent high, or it's just going to test it then dump. We're going to see about that very soon. Another token that come out this morning is XRP. XRP struggles to reclaim $3 as spot demand thins, and traders are closely watching whether the $2.78 support level holds, and leverage unwind might affect price volatility. And if I pull up the XRP chart for you right now, you see XRP hasn't really broken the structure. It's still holding the floor at 2.7 thereabout. So until XRP destroy 2.7, that's when I'll really have a problem with XRP. But for now, I feel like this pullback is healthy because you can see the structure and all this movement are inside the structure. So this pulling back has got nothing to do with what is going on. So this might just pull back, test around this point, then we're gonna see it move. So XRP is still a buy, in my opinion. If you're holding it in your portfolio or your spot trader, XRP is still a buy. But remember, this is not financial advice. It's just for educational purpose and entertainment. Make sure you do your own research. So XRP is still looking great. With what I'm saying, you can still stick to XRP. Now let's take a look at BNB. We all know BNB has been killing it. BNB Smart Chain hits 5 trillion daily gas usage. Excuse me, as network activity surges. And you know, I told you BNB has been killing it time to time, especially since yeah, BNB hit 1,000 milestone. We've been seeing everybody shift the focus to BNB, and it now becomes the new meme coin launch pad. And even Binance is trying to launch 1 billion YZ lab fund to encourage creators to launch on their platform, and we can see that has been crazy. And you can even see that BNB chain could benefit from the expanded wallet support as central bank consider Bitcoin reserve by 2030. That is really good. Let's pull up BNB chart real quick, and if you look at BNB chart, you see that it's still clean it. And I even told you it's not a sell yesterday. Excuse me. You can see the two coins I told you shouldn't sell yesterday, they are moving well. I told you LTC is not a sell. You can see it was in green, it's moving up. BNB is not a sell. It has not crossed this 1,125, and as long as we're maintaining above that line, it is not a sell. So BNB is still looking great and strong, as you can see on the chart. Let's take a look at another one. Solana near 217,000 $217 supports may rebound or break down as ETF decision could shift institutional flow. We all know Solana, XRP, Dogecoin, ADA, and their ETF were just about to be approved, or were, they were going through with the SEC before the US government shut down happens, and that has now caused a little bit delay. But if you pull up Solana charts real quick, you see that Solana has broken what? A structure, and it's been falling. So you can see I left it in red. So Solana is still a sell. So even with the news, the possibility of it going down, coming down to 190 or testing this 200 is still possible. So we don't need to hold Solana now. The coin we should be looking at is Litecoin and BNB, because they are doing well, and I think we can look at those ones. So we can leave Solana for now. Don't worry, all of them, they're still going to create a structure for us to get back in, and you do not need to worry about that. All right, let's take a look at another news, and this one is Shiba Inu will go parabolic when alt season begins. Do not get left behind. If we're going to have alt season, fine. I trust Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, Pepe, Popcat, and some other token. Make sure you do your own research. I'm just, to my own opinion. Do your own research and trade with the money you can afford to lose, because this is not financial advice. It's just for educational purpose and entertainment. So Solana is a sell. Let's now check Shiba Inu. And if you look at Shiba Inu has been struggling with other altcoins. Even Dogecoin was holding up, but we got a buy with Shiba Inu at 0.0119, and the market move ahead. Then we got a sell when it broke this. So Shiba Inu is still a sell, but probably it's not going to break this floor, because you can see we have so many support right here, 1, 2, 3, and we have the squeezing. So it might come down to this point and squeeze a little bit before it will shoot up. So I feel like Shiba Inu might still do it if we're going to have meme coin season. We all know the old bull run cycle is getting to an end, and if it does not end, then we have contention. That means the bull cycle have changed, and we might be looking now into 5 years or 6 years of bull run, no longer 4 years, because I told you this bull cycle is different to the past one we've experienced. This one, we've got smart money in it, we've got ETFs, we've got things that no one believed could happen in crypto right now. So we shouldn't expect it to be like others, but at the same time, sentiment matters a lot. If a lot of people believe it's 4 years and let it be like that, the market is still going to dump after this 2025, and probably beginning 2026 we're going to see market just do some crazy move, then it will start falling off. All right, that's that regarding some news about the coin. Let's check what the economic calendar is looking like, if at all we have any of that, because we know since the US government shutdown has commenced, we've not been seeing a lot of things coming on like that. But you can see today we only have unemployment change, unemployment coming regarding the economic calendar lately due to the government shutdown. But let's take a look at what the cryptocurrency market cap is looking like. You can see we are still sitting at 4.2 trillion US dollars and about 200 billion trading volume in the last 24 hours. Zcash trended throughout this week. Plasma has now replaced. Esta is dropped out of the trending token, but we can see the top gainers right there. But let's take a look at what the top 10 looks like. Number one is BTC, so Bitcoin number one, Ethereum number two, Theta number three, BNB number four, XRP number five. Yesterday BNB was number three, but it's now been overthrown by Theta because maybe some sales comes into the game. Number six is Solana, number seven is USDC, number 8 is Dogecoin, 9 little stake, and tends to remain Tron. So the only changes on the cryptocurrency market cap is now Theta flipping BNB, but BNB is still above XRP, as we can see. If you're interested in knowing where your token sits on the cryptocurrency market ranking, you might want to check it out with CoinGecko.com, and you'll be able to get that information. All right, let's dive into the chart fully. But before we do that, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do that right now. Subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you always get this great content when it comes. And then also please destroy the likes button so the algorithm can pick our content and show it to the wider range so they can benefit the value from this channel. Also, you can follow me on X, you can follow me on Facebook, you can follow me on TikTok, and you can follow me on Instagram as well to get more of this nugget. But now let's dive into the chart real quick and see what we need to do with the rest of the chart analysis. I've told you Bitcoin is a sell, stay away from it. Ethereum, the same thing, stay away from me. Link, the same thing. Okay, Link didn't break out, so Link is still a buy. Let's take a look at Avalanche. Avalanche is a sell, stay away from me. Solana is a sell, stay away from me. It's BNB is a buy. You can see, hold on to it. LTC is a buy. You can even see is killing. Let's take a look at Sui. Sui is a sell, stay away from it. Avalanche is a sell, stay away from it. ADA is not a sell yet. ADA is not a sell yet until ADA breaks below. We have broke above that until ADA break below 0.075. That's when we can leave ADA. Let's take a look. XRP, I told you, is not a sell. XRP is still looking good. Ton has been a sell for so long, then it gave us this buy and it has not been able to break below. So Ton coin is still looking good. Esta coin, Esta now is in trouble because if you look at this now, we have a kicker, the market brought up, then we have the market shoot up above this, we have a buy, then pull back. So now if we break 1.5, I'll tell you we should get out of Esta. Yesterday I told you if we break 1.5, that's when we should get out of Esta. So let's take a look at Pump Fund. Pump Fund also, if we break below 0.05, we should get out of it. Let's take a look at Ondo. Ondo also, it's a buy. If we break below 0.8, we should get out of it. Now let's take a look at some meme coins, and we're going to start with Dogecoin. Dogecoin broke the structure, so let's stay away from Dogecoin, except we can see the market move ahead and break 0.26 cents, then we can get back into the market. Remember, this is not financial advice, it's just for educational purpose and entertainment. Make sure you do your own research. Shiba Inu is still a sell, stay away from it. Pepe is still let's see, Pepe is not a sell, Pepe is still a buy until it breaks 0.0000089, then we can get out of Pepe. Popcat, let's take a look at Popcat. Popcat is still a sell, stay away from it. Trump coin, let's see what Trump coin is giving us. Trump coin is still a sell, stay away from it. So basically most of the meme coin, they're still a sell, please stay away from them. Okay, then let's take a look at what the what will I call it, look like. Let's see what the fear and greed looks like before we can say the show. And if you look at the fear and greed, yesterday we were sitting at greed. Yes, if you watch the show yesterday, yesterday was greed, and it was moving, let me see, yeah, it was moving closely to neutral. So you can see we're still sitting on greed. If you look at the screen, you see that we're still on 64. So yesterday was greed, now is greed, last week greed, and now last month is now shifting to neutral. So the market is starting to, get some momentum, but we can see that the main token are not really doing well. But don't forget, Litecoin is doing well, and some other token I just told you they are doing well, and you need to stick to that. The truth about everything is we don't know if we're in bear market yet, so anything can still happen. But at least as long as the chart didn't tell us to get back into the market, we stay outside. The moment it tell us we should get back into the market, we're definitely going to do that. And that is why you don't want to miss this show, because we tell you what you need to know, how you need to handle your portfolio every day by day. At least this show comes on every day, 8 a.m. GMT or 10 a.m. SCST time, every week of the day. So you have every information for you to make your own decision and know what to do with your portfolio, as this is not financial advice, it's just for educational purpose and entertainment. So if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you always get all this great content that we have for you on this great show. And as BTC is still struggling to push back, let's see what today is going to be. But BTC is still not a buy. We need structure, or we need the market to break